Well, that's
Yeah.
how it is. All right, we are live, everybody. Happy Tuesday. We got Kimberly of Mugs and Such, Shatera of Keto Over Everything, Keto Terra, and we got me. Today we're discussing I just pulled it up because it just kind of irritated me, so I got it out fast while it was on my mind. Too many of our men used to seeing mama do it all, and they think they girls should too. What are y'all thoughts? Everybody just sipping?
I mean, there's some truth behind it. I mean, because if that's all that they know, if that's all that they're seeing, then I mean, and if mama not teaching them, okay, you need to learn how to do this for yourself, then that's what they're going to expect. So learn behavior.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I wanted to play when I read it. I wanted to play the song that I thought of when I read it. I'm every woman. I'm not every woman. Are you laughing?
I am laughing because
Yeah.
I think it's different depending on circumstance. I wear a lot of hats. That's all I'm saying. But they on purpose. They on purpose with purpose.
So I
We have a
mean,
contributor from afar, but
what's he saying?
it's planned. I asked him if he wants to be our male guest. From afar. He said he will be from afar.
From afar.
Yeah,
um,
but
well, he and I kind of talked about it yesterday when we had talked. And he was like, "Well, you seem very passionate about it." I was like, "Yeah, I am. I mean, I raise kids by myself. I pay bills by myself. Whatever I do is based on my decision. And being every woman ain't all that cool. It ain't all it's cracked up to be. To all you young people out here talking about being boss chick and boss bitch and boss whoever, and your mamas and your grandmamas telling you you can do it all, you don't need a man. I just think that's ridiculous.
well, I think that's taking it to a different level. That you don't need and you just being that independent. But sometimes situations put you in you get put in and then a lot of people can't let that role go once they have someone that will lead.
So the lead part is the other thing. I think that you have a son. All of us have sons, and as a single mother, raising sons, my sons can do laundry. They can do the dishes. They can do stuff around the house. And I didn't feel the need to reward them just because they were my little humans. I rewarded them because they deserved it. Unfortunately, I think that some single mothers are pacifying their boys, not so much their girls, but their boys. They're pacifying them because the father is missing for whatever reason, whether it's based on the father's decision or her decision to prevent him from seeing the son. So on that end, I mean, you see a mama doing it, but did she put herself in a position to have to do everything?
And what's everything? Like some stuff just need like it's easier to do certain things in like with the kids, right? The
Mm.
kids get their tasks. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. Um, I'm teaching washing and stuff because the little ones, but sometimes I just want it done. I can't do that every time, you know. And so like the kids, they know how to sort, they know how to do that stuff. But I also wash at 3 a.m. You see what I'm saying? So it's just those types of things that it's like I'm doing it because there's 6 loads here. And I'm gonna start and it'll get finished when it'll get finished. But teaching them this responsibility, that's one thing. But if they get into a point in their lives from being my kids to being someone else's spouse, then if they have, everybody has aligned roles. So if the wife didn't do laundry and he did laundry, at least he would know how. But if it was the other way around, where she did laundry where it's traditionally women do it or whatever, like is that really a bad thing? Because everybody's taking a role in the household to do what they're supposed to do. Like, long as all the stuff gets done, I don't care who does it. One thing I'm not gonna do, and this is just me, I'm not touching no trash. It could sit here and it could smell up the house, but Shatera not taking out the trash unless it's an emergency. That's just me personally. It could be 3 bags sitting here. I ain't doing it. I'll keep filling them up and get some more bags. It's just that I'm not doing it, you know. But I don't mind doing other stuff, but it's just trash. It's just it's on that. Our male counterpart says it's a phobia. It's not a phobia. I'm all in dirt and all this other stuff. I got a hang up from a past relationship. Like, that's what we're gonna call it. It's like, I ain't touching no trash. It's a stubborn thing, but that's just one thing that I just won't do. There's a whole lot of them I don't mind. Now I'll go fix something. And tear it down and bring it and put it back together. But I ain't touching no trash. So, Tre'Day's like, I ain't fixing nothing.
No, because everything I fix, it don't stay fixed long. So no, that's not gonna happen. I'm surprised. I'm surprised this bookcase that I put together, they got the fish tank on it. Still got the fish tank on it intact and the book still in it. So
well, I don't mind learning how to do stuff for myself. As far as, hey, I hung up light fixtures in the house.
Yeah.
I wanted to learn how to do it, so heck, I learned how to do it, and that's who been putting them up. Because if I want it done right now, I want to be able to go and do it myself.
Right.
Y'all don't like waiting either. That's another thing. It'll get done, 2 months from now, but I want it done now.
Don't be rolling your eyes, Will. I saw you.
I mean, what you want me to say?
I want you to say that. You ain't got to roll your eyes.
Here we go.
Help us, Jesus.
See everyone. Because I don't
Help
do nothing.
Us, Jesus.
If you want something fixed in this house, my wife gonna do it. I ain't doing nothing.
Or we calling somebody. So I mean, it's like she had said earlier, it's just kind of depending on your situation. Everyone has different situations. Right.
So it just kind of depends on what the individual household situation is.
Well, I actually agree with that, but I'm thinking of the perspective of what some mamas are teaching their sons based on they don't make them responsible for any chores. They don't make them responsible for doing like basic things. And so because they're used to seeing her do everything, they expect that when they go out in life, they go get a woman that's going to be doing everything. And if they don't get one that does everything, you like that?
You remember, or maybe you do, maybe you don't. Back before all this right here, and I was dating, I was out. I was just, let's say I was single. I was single.
Jesus,
if I was gonna see you, we're gonna be serious. You got to be able to cook.
That's true. You
remember that? I mean, we can't be serious because I don't know how to cook. So we serious. I mean, it's just one of the things. I mean, other people want their significant other to be a smoker or do this, do that. I need somebody to cook. I'm too big for a person not to be, not to have somebody know how to
cook. Who is playing this, Tim?
Hilarious.
Hey, I told y'all. But it's the truth. It's facts over here.
So But the thing is, you all are still raising your children to have an understanding that there are things that have to be done outside. You teaching your little humans to be big humans, basically.
Indeed.
So many times I hear single women talking about, where are all the good men? Not even thinking about the little man they got in their household that they buying video games and they got F's.
Uh-oh.
Ah!
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
How is everyone?
Hey.
Good.
Excellent.
You see, we got our man on the.
No, you do not. This is I just crashed it for a few minutes because I'm down here and I ain't got to go to work. I'll do that. And I got an opinion about it. So I mean, we talked about it.
Yeah, we
yesterday?
did talk
So
about
I
it.
mean, and you didn't like what I was saying.
No, I mean,
I told my wife on you, you didn't like what I was saying, and I had to give you a timeout and let you go, let that process.
so Coach Tony got a son, and Miss Rhonda got a son, and the whole thing of the whole thing was, and I found it. Too many of our men used to see a mama do it all, so they think the girls should do it too.
Tony,
And most of the mothers now is young anyway, and from my experience dealing with them in my job, I mean they out doing other stuff than learning from their mother. If you have a mother that's being irresponsible, that child gonna turn out to be irresponsible. So I mean that goes all the way to where your household, and a lot of these young ladies, I call them, have zero interest in raising their kids because they're not being raised. So it kind of starts there. They young.
That's a good point.
They young. By Shatera not being kind of older with these kids, it's a different mindset.
Shatera, you let him pull you into that you kind of old stuff. I mean, I'm 29.
If I wasn't on this, look, let's be clear. We could definitely get grouped, okay?
I'm sorry, seasoned. Is that a better?
Not seasoned, no.
I have a wife that's seasoned. So we have seasoned philosophies.
Whatever. I'm struggling because when I get off of here, generally I'll be going to sleep. Today I gotta call a patient, so we're gonna see how this all work out. Because I got old tendencies.
Mature tendencies. How about that one? Is that better?
Oh, that's so. Oh, you getting better and better.
She's like, I like that one.
Oh, okay.
Oh Lord.
See, that's why I need to be on here. I send stuff to people.
That's on.
So
we still got Wanda or no?
Oh, okay.
I think she's still here. So, Coach Tony, your sweet baby is now 16.
He is.
He sees you do a lot of things, but I know he does. But I also know he does a lot of things around the house too.
I don't touch no woman in our house.
Huh? Okay, you frozen, or is it me?
She froze.
It's you, because it's usually me, right?
It is, but it's not you today.
Okay, so I know what she was saying is no woman in her house touch the trash. No women in the house.
Open the doors.
Open doors.
Okay.
I know that part. I wonder if she knows she's frozen.
She probably just talking, honey.
I thought she was.
Oh, she gone.
She probably come back in.
Yeah. So, Rhonda, your son is the youngest of the crew, and he's 18 now.
Yes. Yes. He's a brat.
Voila.
He's my brat.
It's magic. I'm back.
Yeah. Well, somebody snatched you, be like, "Oh, you about to say that?"
You're right. That was him. He came. He flipped the switch.
Yeah.
What I was going to say is, he does, like, we all have our lanes in the house. He knows how to wash and all of those things. But as far as being a gentleman and being the man of the house, since I am divorced, he definitely gets every door. We don't touch any doors or do any manual labor. So that's floors, mopping, sweeping. I came in late on the conversation, but is that where we are with it? He understands what his role is in his house, because even though there's not a male present daily, I make sure to keep men around him for him to model after. One of my best friends is a minister. My uncle is a minister. He respects them so much that I try to keep role models around him so that he knows both. As much as his sister and I are both tomboys, she's also a girly girl. She kind of flips it depending on what she get up feeling like. And he just is flexible, and he rolls with it, because he knows, even if I'm me being the tomboy that I have always been, I'm still not gonna grab that door. I don't care. And I do it. I make men, not you, friend, husband. Will, is that Will? See, nobody even introduced me, but I hear so much about you, Will. It's nice to meet you. I'm Tracy's cousin. And she brags about y'all so much. But what I was saying is, even though he doesn't have that in the house, I try to expose him to everything, and even men that are around me. I am just I'm big on chivalry. And that was the reason that I got into, like, men to me is just some things women shouldn't do, no matter how much of a tomboy you might be, and no matter how capable you may be. Tracy, you had me cracking up when you was on that damsel in distress mode.
I'm still her.
That's what I'm talking about. See, we all on the same page.
Hey, when you just go, when you out, you just walk in, you don't want no man open up the door for you?
That's right.
I'm talking to Tracy.
Oh yeah, he need to open the door. That's my expectation.
I'm talking about even a stranger.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll slow my pace down for him to get that door.
Yeah. Okay. And you know what I find, and you ladies can help me out. I find that men respect that, because they go, "Oh shit, my bad, queen." Yeah. I'm like, if you have woke, peace, beloved, hotel, whatever. Thank you. I appreciate the respect. I think men like to do that. And I know we probably wearing Will out. Will, what you think?
If they talk, because if in my experience it's reverse, is because I catch women, because I have 3 boys, and we started them off early. My youngest is 10. He's 10, and from about 6, maybe 5, teaching him to open up the door for his mother. Yeah, it's your mother, but she a lady. Open up the door. I got my 2 oldest, 20 and 18. When we used to all, as a family go out, one of them had to open up the door for Shatera. And not only, I teach them, put your hand out there, even though it may not be needed. But just to put it out there just because, she's going to slip. And then the top of the door, comes from my background, put your hand over the tip of that. So just in case, because I have a truck, she don't hit her head on that door. But all my boys, from when they was young, I taught them they always had to open the door. But during my single days, I did that, even helping a lady in and out the car, and they be like, "Whoa, because they're not used to it. Most it was like helping
Even at work.
going around, opening up the door, and they be looking like, "Where you going?" About to open, let you in. And then same thing, and then that it's always the small stuff that normally they catch their attention. My wife, when she try to do it on her own, y'all call me Will and Will. That's Peaches. That's Peaches when she go grab the door and open it, and I just look at her, and then she what? Oh, yeah. And then there are certain instances when she can't. I can't open up the door for her, and she asked, "Can I open up the door?" Yeah, go ahead. We cool. You got to do this. You got to go take care of your business. But yeah, my boys, we got to open up that door.
I love to hear that, and I think it would be wonderful if we normalize that again. Chivalry. I mean, it's honoring who you're with. And Will, you were saying, to Tracy, even strangers. When strangers do anything, I'm not the woman that's like, you should have, even though people might think that's my reaction because of my personality. I am very I'm just ever so humble. I'm like, oh my God, I really appreciate that. And they like, oh, no problem, no problem. Now, what I hate is that I've gotten older and now they like, oh, no problem, ma'am, or auntie. I'm like, wait a minute.
Why you don't want to be a ma'am?
Now, see, you and I was doing real good.
They be respect. Respect.
I can't be ma'am either. We
It's
can
respect.
respect me without the ma'am, sir. You
It's
can
a respect.
me without the ma'am.
What's the word then? Tell me what you scratching your neck for, Kim? What's the word for
Kim
it
all
then?
quiet.
You sure went mute. Like, what's going on? Like you disagree?
I was fussing at the dogs. Then I just never unmuted. But I mean, because we're here in the South, you're gonna get that a lot. It's gonna be, and I tell them, you don't have to call me ma'am. Yes, it's sufficient, but you're just gonna get that. So it's just kind of just like you let it roll on. Don't create a argument. But
I've had women, they be like, I'm not a ma'am. Well, what are you? I'm not doing the slang words because I don't know you.
maybe they want to be Miss.
Miss.
Yeah.
Miss Lady.
So ma'am is like an old
most
man.
people call me Miss
Ma'am is
Rhonda.
like an old lady word.
That kind of go in the same category as boo. Y'all, how some of y'all react when you be like, "Hey, boo," when they trying to holler at you. It's in that same boat. Boo, can I holler at you?
So what should we expect, ladies? Because I don't like ma'am. I don't say anything unless he cute. Then I gotta say something like, I'm not old enough to be ma'am, sweetheart, or something like that. I'll put my little bid in. But
we're in the bed.
I don't know what it ma'am.
Somebody tell me the word. Y'all help me out. Come on. Because I deal with a lot of women sometimes.
You can just say,
even though I'm married, my job, I have contact with a lot of women. I call them ma'am. It's the opposite of sir.
If somebody says sweetheart, you be like,
I don't have a problem with ma'am. No, don't call me sweetheart. Mm-mm.
Yeah, so I would say that I used to hate it.
You know what? I just thought about.
I just recently had somebody call me sweetie. I don't like that.
See?
No.
Can't call you sweetie. Can't call you hon. Right?
Mm-mm.
Can't call you boo.
I'm fine with ma'am. I'm fine with ma'am.
Because that's
Miss Lady.
I hate that one too.
You want Miss Lady?
I'm doing this. He called me Miss Lady. I'm like, I know that's right.
That don't bother me.
The same category as boo.
So I just thought about before you start having children, Will, you was taking Kwame around on Sunday. You remember that? How you would come pick Kwame up, and you all would do whatever you all would do on Sunday.
Yeah, I was really nervous when you started that off with.
Huh?
I was really nervous.
You didn't know where you was going.
I got nervous. I was about to tune off. I was about to go, okay.
You said before you was married, Do you
Or,
remember?
I mean, when you were single.
I know that
when
part.
he was a little boy.
When you hit the single part, it was like
He got quiet. He got stiff.
Like,
You got tits.
He got stiff.
You
He became William.
Like he turned into William.
I said, you got to do a disclaimer from back in the day. It was just like,
well, I mean, Kwame has good memories of you all going out on Sunday.
I mean, I think every boy needs some type of male figure around.
Right.
We just need it. As strong and as great as women are, there's still some things it just needs, like you were saying, you have them positive role models around. You need that. It's just an uncle, a good friend that you can trust. I heard pastor, something to give these young men, these boys into young men, an example. All my boys, they see what I'm trying to get them to do. They see me opening up the door. They see me closing the door behind, my wife. They see me taking out the garbage. They see me washing clothes. I mean, they see that, and they need that example. Yeah, I got to load. I got to do the night, sis. Yeah,
Man, you done stepped it up.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Yeah, see that?
Long as it all get done.
See that?
Long as it all get done.
So here's where it kind of stopped. When I got to do everybody clothes, she got to sort them at minimum, so I won't mess up. But yeah, I wash clothes, man. But again, it's an example. They see me washing clothes, they know they got to do it. Same thing with my two oldest boys. They saw that I had to wash clothes. You know what I'm saying? So it's that example that these boys need. Most of them, that I deal with, only going by the example that they were given before, when they were younger. So that's why they acting out and, being dumb, because that's the example that they had. When I say dumb, they out there in the streets doing, they feel school is not important, and they out here doing all this other stuff that them hurt, because that that's what they had, the streets, or their father was that before them. Mm-hmm. So they need that example, that physical example, to see, how to kind of example on how things supposed to be.
I agree with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we are always mentoring somebody, whether it's intentional or unintentional. There's always somebody watching you positively or negatively. I want to know how to do that, or, oh, that was dumb, I don't want to do that. So we're always influencing somebody somewhere, some space, one way or the other.
I can appreciate a man washing his own clothes. Paco has always washed his own clothes from the beginning. I mean, when we first started dating or whatever, up until now, he washes his own stuff, and I'm cool with it. I mean, because the only loads I'm washing is mine and Aiden's, and Maya is washing her own.
Excuse me. I didn't start washing clothes till I got married.
Well, congratulations, sir.
And this is for real. My clothes had to get clean. Laundry service and the cleaning service. Now, got married.
We ain't paying for that.
Yeah, I got a financial dictator, and she cut out, a lot of the extra spending. So, but again, it's the example. Set forth the example. That's all. Sometimes even now, I have a 20-year-old. He's active military. I've been sending him like motivational type of video, motivational type of videos that I've seen just to kind of get him, keep him right, keep his head on the right way. Because sometimes, even as parents, the kids just turn it off. They turn us off. It happens to the best of us. They just they don't want to hear it. But sometimes if it comes from somewhere else, like a coach or a teacher or a counselor, then it's like, oh, That's what the parents were talking about. So just, trying to, surround himself with positive people that can maybe, advise him on things. So you ain't going, huh?
Huh?
You ain't going.
No, I mean, I'm not in disagreement, but I think that sometimes mothers kind of fail at setting the expectation that I'm not going to always be doing shit for you. And there are some things that you need to be learning how to do because I'm not. I mean, Kwane and them, they had responsibilities. They had roles. And they got stuff because they did what they were required to do. I wasn't giving them stuff because they were my kids. And a lot of times, I think that's what happened, especially when it comes to boys. Whereas, Sunday, me and Pinky had a conversation about mothers bullying their daughters. But in a way, we so passive with our boys, but so aggressive when it comes to our daughters.
I think that goes both ways. I think that goes both ways. Because there's things that I am over the top with my daughter.
Yeah.
And he think I'm being extra passive. And then, but vice versa with the boys though, right? Like, no, we need to step this up. Like, let the balls descend, right? So it's too.
Did you say let the balls descend?
Mm-hmm, yes. So it's two different ways. But then sometimes I'm like, oh, you was a little rough. So everything needs balance,
Right.
And I just think as parents, we should try to provide as much of that balance as possible so that we have well-rounded kids out here in the world, because there's a lot of them that are not.
What you saying? They lumpy?
Baby, let me tell you, I can't say what I want to say because when I call them offline,
go ahead and say it. I got your back. Will got your back. Oh, y'all know what?
This is
live.
live.
Back. I don't never know which way the hand go. I don't never know which way. Ain't nobody even over here, and I'm like, Will got your back. Will got your back.
So watch this.
And then I got y'all back.
That's the disciplinarian in the house right now.
Cause he be like, Will, but these kids around here, right? Like these little children. That's what I'm gonna say on live. These little children around here, like they be outside. Like a couple nights ago, some fools came, unplugged the camera, and popped some firecrackers on the porch. Why?
So
why? Because I ain't got no home training. Ain't nobody at home. With somebody that cares. It could be a mama, it could be a daddy, it could be an uncle. Like they ain't got nobody that care. And then a girl in the background talking about do it again. I'm watching this on video. It's 2 a.m. Why y'all outside?
Where they mamas at? How old were they?
They was high schoolers.
They
just
should have been at home. Yeah.
And then was stuck because I don't know if they thought something was gonna go off. So they unplugged it and then looked dead in the camera. But they had a mask on. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm sure they thought they were about to unplug a light. I don't know. But then threw stuff on the porch. Those pop things that you just throw down.
When they hit the ground, they pop.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Little girl in the background. Do it again. Go in the house. So it's just no balance. It's so many of those that don't have balance. And so, to chivalry, it is like so many of these kids ain't learning nothing at home. They just out here. And then, so if the ones that do care and our parenting can show their boys and their daughters should expect it though, right? That's another thing. So my daughter fights with my son because she want to get to the door first because she want to open it too. No, fall back, sis. You need to fall back. I literally hold her back half the time in church. Like, no, he's running to get that door because you're a young lady. And that's what you're expecting from any man that's going to be with you or in your presence when you're walking up.
That's right.
Okay, mommy. But she still be, you can see she ready to go. It's like,
how old is she?
7.
Oh, that's cute though. You keep doing that.
You gotta stop it now. So.
No. I'm saying it's cute that you do that. It's like still cute. And she's like, oh, okay, mommy. You keep doing that. Dylan was like that when she was young. Feisty, because she's more aggressive. I don't say aggressive. She's more assertive than her brother. He's younger. But now she's 19. These boys can't even handle her. And I'm like, oh man, look here, baby girl. I set you up for you never gonna have a great dating life until you start dating grown men, because these boys, they just like, they're attracted to her because of how she looks. But when she started laying the law, they like, oh no, you too grown for me. Yeah, because I expect you to respect me. I expect you to get that door. I expect you anything that's physical labor. Y'all know what? I had a proud mama moment when I took my neighbor's son. There I go again, because the neighbor live. Whatever. I'm done with that.
We don't know. Okay.
Yeah. So I took my neighbor, because he plays ball in my yard, in my backyard with Connor. So when I take the neighbor, he's like, okay, mama, he's like my son. I take them down to move Dylan from college. We got the U-Haul, my feet kicked up like this on the dashboard of the U-Haul. Dylan is in the back supervising. And he was coming down with something, and it was something like a dresser drawer or something. He was coming out of the U-Haul, so he wanted her to hold it while he got down and got his balance. He was like, Dylan, hold this right quick. She was like, what I'm supposed to do with that? She was clutching her imaginary pearls. She was like, what am I supposed to do with that? And I was like, yeah, what is she supposed to do? He was like, girl, you're not that cute. She said, it's not about being cute, but you got that. I'll direct you. You need me to tell you, step down. And I had a proud moment, because I was like, okay, so when I'm not around, this has become her. She sets the expectation and teaches you how to treat her. I was like, I'm ready to go celebrate now. Can we go get some drinks before we get on the road? Oh, not before we get on the road. Excuse me.
That's fine. Hey.
Woo.
Hey, just don't blow.
Just don't blow.
Just don't blow. Don't even take the test.
Right,
test. Just go straight. Just like y'all can just give me a ride. No, that's free. I seen the opening. I'm just letting you know.
I'm not messing with you.
Why? I got pulled in, and here we are.
Y'all done brought out William.
Nah, not yet.
So what else is going on, Tracy, tonight?
I really wanted to talk about that, because that was like a heavy conversation, and the women talk about yeah, but don't have no idea that this is what you teaching your sons that you raising in your house. You're not showing them any responsibilities, not thinking that he's not going to be a little boy, a little human forever. He's going to be a big human. And this is the type of human that you're turning out. The same type of human that somebody else's mama turned out.
Let me show y'all something real quick. And I'm going to post this on my TikTok, because I can't resist. But this is speaking to what can y'all see that? Uh-oh. Can y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I seen that.
Now, somebody need to, who he live with. This is exactly what we talking about. His mom, he lived with his mama. And
I don't know very many men that pole dance.
His daddy need to get custody ASAP. That's what I'm saying. But that's what we're speaking to. They emulate what they see, and they have poor representation of what they're supposed to be with these younger women.
We go so far with our two youngest. My son is not allowed to watch certain TV cartoons his sister want to watch. Like when it's When they got separate rooms, and sometimes Morgan gets control of the TV when they together. Sometimes he wants to finish watching what Morgan had on. I'm like, nah.
He like his boys.
It'd be like his boys and too many girls, and then they doing girl stuff and talking, having girl conversation. It's just like, nah. And he looks at me kind of. He has that confused look, like this cartoons, but they have you all heard about the? I don't know, disrespect the transgender, but the transgender Barbie.
No.
There's a transgender Barbie.
The whole transgender Barbie.
Wow.
Why?
And they promote it
because we got to be all inclusive.
Because
and that's. And but I don't care who nobody sleep with. Right. I don't care. But why do you have to push your agenda on me in my face all day?
Shove it down your throat.
But to the Barbie, I mean, people gonna do what they want to do. They're gonna feel how they want to feel, and that's fine. I can't control that. But to take it to the Barbie is just taking it to a younger crowd.
That's what I'm saying. So that's the system pushing that agenda. Mm-hmm. Because now it's not even like you have to, at that age, you're influential. You're easily influenced. So if you playing with this and you feel a little bit funny, like, I don't know where I fit, and now you know.
Well, they don't, it's the same thing, off topic, but still with the transgender Barbie. But they don't want people to categorize as boys and girls anymore. It's just, you want to decide. Once they get to a certain age, then they decide their gender.
So I mean, since we going in this direction at this point right now, Buzz Lightyear is banned in some countries because there is a same-sex kiss in the movie.
Is it?
Well, Disney is promoting it on their TV shows.
Yeah.
Who kissed her?
I don't know.
Well, you gonna make me Google this?
Gonna watch some cartoons tonight.
You gonna be watching some cartoons and look at that Buzz, okay?
Yeah, I don't know. I believe that it's I don't think that the world should be the one to influence our children. That should be a conversation that the parents should have when they choose to have it.
Right.
From my understanding, the way that they're
younger and younger.
The way that they're expressing it is happening in the world, but it's not happening in the world. It's not like you walking down the street and seeing that like all the time. And there's nothing wrong with it if that's what you're doing. I mean, it's not. So I just don't believe that it's the world's responsibility to tell my children about that.
It's banned in Saudi, UAE. So Middle Eastern countries.
14 countries.
Malaysia.
I was at work, so I didn't get to read it. I tried to stick to the works policy.
That's what you try to do?
Say that again on this live. You stick to work policy. That's what you said?
Yeah.
Work policy.
Yes. Right.
I've always been a policy person, sis.
And you don't violate that, right? Mm-hmm. No. Absolutely not. Got it.
Yeah, so I caught that as I was logging into my things. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna have to read this after I get off from work.
Exactly. I was just about to say, hey, but we back on track now after work.
Right, after work.
Yeah.
So as parents of responsible children, because it seems like we are responsible parents of responsible children who know how to do chores and do what they're supposed to do. When you consider we are kind of around the same age, we had community raising us.
Yeah.
And you didn't have to worry about right now, if you say something to somebody else's child, then somebody else is coming to your house.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that back in the day.
And that's so ridiculous because it really does. And this is a topic that I think more of our I was trying to figure out, like, where did we lose the community at? Where did we lose that community type village in our communities? Because
Start
I
getting
grew up,
younger.
huh?
So the community start getting younger. Ain't no more big mama.
That's right. I think that is definitely it. And it's
Yeah.
just like, how do we have a reset? What is going to be the thing that resets everything? Because we're heading towards extinction in my book. Because if we have all these people who are doing just whatever they want to do, they wilding out, it's all this violence right now. Like, where are we actually going with all of this? I can't even imagine what life is going to be like 5 years from now. Just 5 years. And that makes me sad.
So the one thing is definitely that their grandmothers aren't really grandmothers anymore. But the other thing is, we have become selfish. We don't think of ourselves as a unit anymore. When I had children in the house, there was always my 3 and somebody else's 4 or 5. And there is not that sense of community anymore. Where it's
Girl,
not,
you can't hit these folks' kids no more. Because somebody kids come over here, and I don't care about this being on lab. They're going to get snatched. You can't be in my house not listening and following directions.
Stay your ass at home.
That part. And so
you come
the
here,
community is gone because you can't discipline nobody else's children. People don't be touching, don't be saying. It's like, well, they in my house. We gonna follow all the rules here, or they just don't need to come over.
right.
And that's real.
That's right.
So
yeah.
When your grandma, when you're the parent and the grandma to go hang out in the club together, that's when that started. Yeah, that's where it kind of started from. All these young grandmamas and these young kids out here having kids. You know, they're not raising their own. And like, you know, it was touched on, like, that's the example they have.
Yeah.
That's exactly. I come from a single parent household. My mother worked 2 jobs, but I was fortunate and blessed enough to be. I had an uncle from like kindergarten to 1st grade, or pre whatever it is to like 1st grade. He was the engineer at the school I went to. So every time I had a moment, most of my recess, I had to go to my uncle's office. He had a conversation. I was just screaming. So, you know, I had that. That was part of the community. And then when I transferred and he stopped working at that school, it transferred to my basketball coach. And back then, I ain't gonna identify my basketball coach. He was touching me, and not in a sexual manner, but he was getting he was getting me together. So, and then I had some other guys, for example, not as close as my uncle, my basketball coach, but I was surrounded by them and all these men, responsible men with jobs, with wives and kids. That was in front of me, and they saved me from being on the streets. You know what I'm saying? Because since I think a lot of these men that you say do or don't do, you know, they might have come from a single parent household. You did a damn good job with all 3 of your kids. This I know because I witnessed it. But you was out there grinding, you know, overnight in the early stage of it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This one here wakes up 3 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Her day don't start till 4, but her body wakes her up at 3 every morning, sometimes 2:30. And she up for the rest of the day. So you have parents out here, they being responsible by, you know, it's kind of like, do you choose time? I mean, do you choose the time or do you choose the money? When it comes to, you know, the choices, what do you choose?
I think that goes back to what Shatera said, when you have to have balance, or it doesn't work when it's, you know, when you don't figure out the balance.
But the balance for any responsible parent is to make sure you have some type of roof over your head,
Absolutely.
the clothes, the food,
The basics.
the basics to raise them. And the only way to get that the financial be able to afford all of that financially, there's people out here that have to work 2 and 3 jobs. You know what I'm saying? With no support, with zero support. So the kids are there to raise themselves, and sometimes
nobody at home.
No one at home, and then they got bruh man down on the corner that they hang out with. And that's their example, because their mother or their father's out here with 2 and 3 jobs trying to make sure that the lights stay on, or their rent is paid, or that they have the basics, to function. So sometimes, kids fall through the cracks because of that situation.
That's fair. That's that's definitely fair to say.
Yeah.
So that's why Mama been at home practicing on that pole, and the son know how to do that thing on that pole too.
Baby, that little boy was in. He had the twirl on the pole, and he was spinning, baby.
And he was upside down. Did y'all?
That was the strongest 5-year-old I ever seen in my life.
They money is cash.
Yeah.
They bringing home cash.
No W-2s.
No
W-2s.
So
no 401k.
During the day,
the
kids at school. Yeah. During the day, the kids at school, and right before you go to work, you feed them and put them to bed. I gotta go get them
practicing.
Gotta go warm up downstairs in the basement with that pole.
That didn't look like a basement. That looked like a living room.
It looked like a living room.
I was just about to say, and I know a few people that got them right in their living room, and it's like I want a pole in my living room. Not really, but I do want a stable. I got 2. He act like he don't know I got a pole.
Okay, she does have 2. She asked me about it. I signed off on it, but where wasn't it going?
It ain't in the living room.
Right. Because
it ain't in my room either.
My daughter, she only looked like me, act like her mama. Yeah, we were gonna have issues. The first time she, was like, start playing, around any matter. So to save our marriage, we put it in the basement.
But I gotta put it up because of those same things. But it's not stable. If it had a stable place.
Well, you can get some of those little streamers to come from the different side and make it seem like a Mayday pole.
Oh man,
that's over with. She ain't touched the pole in a while, right? Yeah, she ain't touched the pole in a while. That I know of, Right?
We gonna keep going.
Okay, all right. Yeah. just saying. But the pole ain't in the living room.
It's not. It's not in the living room. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
Everything goes when you're married anyway, to me. Just everything goes when you're married, and especially when you're appropriate with it. So I commend y'all. I'm excited to know y'all got a pole.
No, I don't need my wife on the pole. She tricked me into okaying to get the pole, saying it's gonna be exercise.
That's right.
It is exercise. Pole dancing is work. I don't know if anybody on here, the pole dancing is work. And
it sure is. It sure is.
And baby, to climb that pole, don't try to hold on and spin. Oh Lord.
So do y'all watch P-Valley?
No, I don't watch no TV.
I do.
Me too. And it's got all of this what we talking about wrapped up into one show. Everything.
I've seen a commercial of it. I have zero interest in that. It looked like a hot mess. I know
it's a hot mess of ooey gooey goodness.
Yes.
I don't watch TV.
I gotta have some type of guilty pleasure since people seem to think I'm this goody goody. I gotta have some type. I don't know.
Who think that?
A lot of people do.
Who? Do we know him?
Her church folks.
Oh,
no, you done hung out with them before. That should be over with.
Not all of them.
Well, now they know she watched P Valley, so
they have to watch too.
That's the best show.
I can't speak to it because I have no idea what's going on that show.
I don't watch it either.
You don't watch it either?
Mm-mm.
So you got excited.
Yeah, it's all in her ass.
You got like you about to go, pull up the old stuff on it or something.
I ain't gonna say nothing. Ain't this show over with? Now he put me out. Ain't this show? Ain't it 9 o'clock?
We got
got a date.
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
That's a date question right there.
So
what you say, Tracy?
I said we got 3 minutes.
Oh.
So everybody, take the time to reintroduce yourself and share your social media.
I'm nobody. I have 0 social media. So I'm easy. Yeah, don't go look for me on social media because I ain't there. Yeah.
Well, I guess since he spoke, I will go after. On Instagram, I am keto_Tara. On Facebook, I have a Keto Chicago page. Feel free to follow that. But if you're looking for anything for diabetics, sugar-free, low carb, or just keto treats, go to KetoTerraTreats.com. That's it.
All right.
I am Coach Tony, a business consultant. I always like to say this. I'm going to stop pointing for real.
You had it right, actually. You had it right.
Did I?
Yeah.
So that freecreditgenius.com, there's so much of non-compliance with credit repair. And I have linked up with a company that has an algorithm that I pay for to provide free credit based on algorithms. So it creates the best disputes and the process that you can have. And those are for my business clients, but I specialize in building business credit and an emphasis on asset accumulation and protection. So nobody on this call should be broke because y'all are connected to me, and that's real. That's not an upsell or nothing. So on TikTok, I am it's wealth_T, TEA. On Instagram, it is ABM_wealth_T, TEA. So I do a live every Sunday. I'm just starting back. My mother passed. I took time off to get past that. And now I will be starting, not this Sunday, but the first Sunday in July. I'm going to get back to doing the lives. And they're just real quick little tips on building business credit, structuring your business the right way, where to go and get funding, all of those type of things for small businesses. I just love small businesses. And I've been one since I left corporate America. And I retired in 2012 when I had my 2002. See, I swear I'll be 29. I'll be rolling out with the 29. So I've been doing this real estate investing and building business credit since 2002 when I left corporate America. And I help everybody. That's it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. All right, partner. I got something for you next time. I'm come in like this. Yeah, be like, yeah, okay, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
All right, Kim's at Mugs and Such.
Yep, that's where you can find me on Instagram and Facebook. Mugs and Such by Kimberly. I just got my heat press, so I'm going to start sublimating items as opposed to using so much of the vinyl. So that's what I'm doing. And then picked up the craft of making pins as well.
Oh wow.
I just like rainbows, okay? That's what it says.
Oh.
So
you
yeah.
got good at that like super fast.
Yeah, it's easy. I like to do that one. But yeah, that's where you can find me. That's what I do.
Okay, so I'm One Authentic Woman on Facebook, One Authentic Woman on Instagram, One Authentic Woman Twitter, and TikTok. That's where I am. Everywhere. Miss Rhonda didn't come back. She seemed to have been having some issues. So it was good to have you back, Coach Tony.
It was good to be back. Yeah, now trouble is back. I'm gonna be here every Tuesday now. I'm back.
It was nice to have you visiting with us, Will and William.
And that authentic, that all that social media stuff, that's accurate to you to a T. Mm-hmm.
What you say?
One authentic woman. He said that's
accurate.
110%.
That's excellent.
Hey, yeah, thanks. I appreciate y'all letting me hang out since a couple of y'all be talking about me behind my back.
Yeah, since it was nice. It was nice to have you since Pappy Charlie wasn't here to be with us tonight.
Hey, y'all be killing these. Yeah,
Charlie.
Hey, you ever heard of a coach killer like LeBron? Y'all ever heard that term? It's a when player mad and he throw a tantrum and he go through a lot of coaches.
Oh
yeah.
He always calling me a bully. When I do kickboxing, I was like, "Who got my bag?"
I see how
he like. So you group. And your crew about to go bully, so you get your bag. You gotta.
Well, the thing is.
Here we go.
The thing is, I'm West Side, Kim West Side, Coach Tony West Side. What about you, Jatera?
Yeah.
Gang.
South Side.
Oh, he gonna put his head all in the camera.
South Side.
Yeah.
Huntington. Yeah. Roseland. Yeah. Ain't what it used to be, but yeah. Y'all. What this make, Trey? How many y'all gonna kill? How many men y'all gonna kill on this upload? 2.
How y'all do that? Y'all do that while
does that include the dude that y'all make cry?
Remember the guy that cried?
Man, I had forgot about him.
Wow. See, it happens so much that Why you shaking your head? You're a part of it. You the silent killer.
Nah.
Yeah.
So Auntie J ran the first one away years ago.
Tracy sets him up. Coach Ma'am, do her thing. And right when they recover, they got the silent one over there to finish her off. Right there.
Finish him.
I'm not messing with y'all. Okay, everybody.
All right. Good night, everybody. This was so much fun. It was good to have you back, Coach Tony. You have to visit us more often.
I want that ignorance, huh?
Yeah, you.
See, you can stand it, so just come on back.
You want to tell us how that date was next week?
What date?
The date she's trying to get off this thing for. We got a point. Yeah, which one? Yeah. I know it's time. It's time. Hey. Rule number 1. We don't mess up the house. Go on, get off. Go.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
My internet is messing up. Yeah, okay. All right. I don't know what happened.
Hurry up.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
Good night, everybody. Cut off.
Good night.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.